have David Nathaniels as his executive producer of Vicarious Vision, the development studio that is behind this game, and actually he brought with him Dan Wallace, who's going to drive while David talks. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. The developers of Skylanders Swap Force. This is Dan Wallace, a senior producer of Vicarious Visions based in Albany, New York. We're going to talk a little bit about Swap Force. So we also not just want to talk to you as the creators of this game, but also as fathers. So I'm a dad. I have a 7-year-old boy and a 9-year-old boy. Dan Wallace has 2 daughters, an 11-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old daughter. And I introduced my kids to the Skylanders franchise 2 years ago with Skylanders Spyro's Adventure. We spent the time on the couch playing Spyro's Adventure together, me holding the controller for my 5-year-old at the time, and my 7-year-old driving ahead in the game, doing as well as he could. What we've seen is that besides our kids thinking that we're potentially the coolest dads in the world for being video game developers, that they're also really huge fans of Skylanders. So, fast forward to today, Skylanders, as Nicole said, is the biggest new kids video game property in the world. There are kids worldwide that have over 150 million toys in their hands. And what we want to do with Swap Force is push the game forward, the story, the characters, the technology, and just the plain flat-out fun of the game in multiple ways. So we are going to show you some short section of the game today. It's up on the 2 screens over here. This is a brand new footage from the next generation consoles. This is the PlayStation 4 version of the game, and as has been said, in the next couple of weeks, the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One will be released, and Skylanders Swap Force is going to be there on those launch dates, available for the platforms. Our focus with Skylanders Swap Force was to deliver an experience which was really akin to playing an animated feature film. As you can see, the next generation of hardware allows us to deliver this game in true 1080p visuals. The richness, the detail, the color, the depth draws players into the story, that epic adventure of you as a Portal Master tasked with bringing the Skylanders to life and defeating the evil chaos. And this time around, he's got a new partner in crime, his mom. So one important note, this animated cutscene that we're showing was actually built in our game's engine, which means that the visuals you see here are representative of the gameplay throughout the game. And it's also, our engine is optimized to scale across all console platforms. So in addition to the Xbox One and the PlayStation 4, which will be available soon, we're already out on Xbox 360, on PlayStation 3, on Nintendo Wii U, and on the Wii. It looks great on all the systems, and so far, our early reviews, this is the highest rated Skylanders game yet. So it is better than before. I'm very excited to say that. So let's dive into some gameplay. Dan's already brought up one of our new 16 characters. This is Zulu. He's a new core Skylander. If you're unfamiliar with the gameplay of Skylanders, it's really a mixture of combat and puzzle solving. You gotta rely heavily on your problem solving skills, like with this push block puzzle we have here, where you have to figure out how to move the blocks around to get through the level. You have platforming, you've got combat to drive the action forward. But most of all, Skylanders is a playground, really, for kids to explore, discover, solve, and battle their way to victory. So as Nicole mentioned, one of the key innovations in Skylanders Swap Force is the swappability. We have 16 new Swap Force characters. Dan can show one after he solves this lockpick puzzle. These Swap Force characters have 2 parts to them. They have a top half and a bottom half. So if Dan switches out Zulu and puts on one of our characters called Magnet Charge, you'll see that he has 2 parts to it. Thank you. And model work. So on the top half, Magnet Charge has a giant magnet on his head. He can pick up enemies with that magnet, he can throw them around. He's got his energy gun. And then on the bottom half, he has an energy wheel. That actually allows him to go super fast He has the speed ability, which all of our Swap Force characters have a distinct, unique ability that allows them to access specific parts of the game that only they can play. And then, among the other 16 Swap Force characters, we have a character called Washbuckler. Washbuckler, who comes in the start pack with the game, is sort of a pirate octopus. He's got a cutlass and a musket on his top half, which shoots water and bubbles. And then on his bottom half, he has octopus tentacles. Now, throughout the course of the game, Dan may find particular challenges, particular enemies, particular puzzles, which he feels will be better solved by using this swap ability. So with our 16 new Swap Force characters, you can create over 250 different combinations of Skylanders, which use their abilities on the top half to fight, and their abilities on the bottom half to move through the game, to really customize the way you want to play the game and the character that you want to represent yourself as in the game. So this is Magna Butler now, with the magnet head on top and the octopus legs on the bottom. So again, the game looks great in true 1080p, and once you've seen it on these next-gen platforms, it's a little hard to go back to the current generation. I like how you threw him off the edge there. So, Skylanders Swap Force supports all of the prior Skylanders that your collection of Skylanders giants. So if you have a number of toys, if you've leveled up, if you've chosen their upgrade paths, and gained a lot of gold, you have a lot of experience, when you bring them into Skylanders Swap Force, they have all of those powers and skills and gold still on the brains of the toy. So you can bring those characters forward. In our game, they now learn how to jump as well, so they can all jump. And you even increase their level cap so you can continue to grow them in Swap Force. And then what's even better is that these characters and Skylanders can go across platforms. So if you've been playing Skylanders on a Wii or on an Xbox 360, and you're a dad, say like myself, who's thinking maybe I should get the next generation of consoles, I can buy it and know that all of the Skylanders are going to come across no matter what console I already have. So that's the excuse I use in my household to make sure I get a new console. Co-op. You saw earlier there was a spark plug mini game where Dan needed to figure out how to get by different obstacles, turn on and off different switches in order to complete the puzzle and unlock the door. In co-op, we each control characters within that puzzle and work together to solve it and move on through the game. There are many instances of where we've added co-op dynamics to the game. Sony PlayStation 4 version up to play if you want. We've got a couple of the versions of the game to play after the presentation, so I hope you check it out. Thank you.